Hey everyone, it's me T. Let me angle it this way because I have a lot of stuff on my bed. It's like, I don't do that. I don't do that. I don't show my fucking sloppiness. Actually, I try not to, but sometimes it happens because I am human too. Even though I don't like to be sloppy, but for sometimes it happens. Guys, I'm so excited to be on here tonight. This is super fun. Okay. Sorry it took me so long. I just like literally had to like set some literally had such a good like night so far in terms of like I watched Jersey Shore. This is why I had to come on a little bit later because I was out and about. Obviously, you saw me on Instagram. I don't have Instagram up tonight because I couldn't find my phone and then my phone started ringing and I was like, fuck it. Whatever. What was I gonna say? So I had like the best night, which is like literally nothing special, but so special in terms of like I watched Jersey Shore. I got that out of the way, but as I was watching Jersey Shore, I was eating spaghetti and I freaking love spaghetti. I've been like waiting hardcore, like I haven't had spaghetti in the longest time. So not that I've been waiting for it, but it's just like it just so happened that way that I was just feeling spaghetti and I had spaghetti in Jersey Shore and I was like, "Oh my God, I'm so in my element." I love it. So yeah, so that's why it took me a little bit and then it took me a bit to like figure out like where am I going to shoot from and like cuz I like changing things up, right? But at the same time like in terms of like how I'm set up or living lately, like I just feel like things are just shifting. But actually it's really funny. Today I've been getting five so many times. So I was like, okay, this is gonna be a very interesting type of transitional read where like I feel like a lot of change is coming this week. So for all of us, so basically I'm just gonna get into the cards and see what they say. Okay, so here's what we're doing. We're working with two decks. One is the more masculine one, and one is the more feminine one. That's how we're doing this reading this time around, because I like to change that up too, you know. So this is the deck we're using for the masculine, for the blue. Not that blue has to stay masculine, but this is the Angel Tarot deck. I love this. This is like my travel deck. Like if you guys are like lucky enough to have a reading from me, you'll probably get it from this deck. So this is like a deck for like everybody. I'm so full on spaghetti. Like, I could not stop. Like I was like, okay, somebody stop me now. And then the second one that we're working with, which is the Angel Answers, and this is more of a pink deck, right? So I decided to use a pink deck, and it's just beautiful. I feel like there's a lot of improvement in health going on because this card keeps on coming up today. So I just wanted to show you guys that one. That's and it's a beautiful card. So I just feel like by improving health, like there's a lot of like cups being filled right now, which is awesome. And actually that's what happened to me this morning. I was like pouring my tea. And literally I filled it to the brim or to the rim. I don't know how you say it in English. But yeah, I filled it to the top and it it was like so like it didn't spill at all over, but it was like right there where it was gonna spill and I was like, oh damn, that is crazy. So but I was grateful for it because I was like, okay, like it happened by accident, but because like I was like mixing a whole bunch of stuff and yeah, and so it was like really fulfilling. It was a really fulfilled mug. Ooh, this is exciting. Okay, so we're starting with the first one. So the masculine deck is going to be more foundational. It's going to be the more descriptive one. And then the feminine deck is going to be more like what you're going to keep the faith on, right? And how you're going to be recognized. This was my intention. How you're going to be recognized in terms of fame and fortune within the category, okay? So basically how you're going to shine your light the best, right? In terms of just supporting it, supporting what's going on this week. All right. So the first one up is for our health, and this is the Ace of Fire. This is amazing. So I'm trying to get it without the glare. So Ace of Fire, an exciting new opportunity, career advancement, change your life now. Okay, so whenever there's fire, there first of all, ace is always confirmation. It's always a damn good thing. It's kind of like a new beginning for me. I like to think of it that way. So it's like, yeah, like look at this guy. You're feeling totally freaking strong. You're possibly even starting a new type of like diet regimen or physical regimen. Like you're just ready to go. You're amped up. I'm getting to look at the flowers, which is you're kind of like you're in your bloom. Like you've bloomed, you've come back to yourself, you feel fucking strong, you feel really kind of like replenished in a sense, right? Uh what else? What else? What else? What else? Interesting. I'm getting to look at this too, which is green and blue. And to me, I love green and blue as colors because that represents the world to me, which is actually very balanced. So I like to see those energies as very balanced energy. The green is heart chakra, and the blue is like expression, throat chakra. So, this could also be like, masculine. You might be more masculine in your energies when it comes to the heart and when it comes to the thyroid. Yeah, thyroid, because it's right there and we're talking about health, but I just totally get. But like, yeah, the throat chakra and expression. So yeah, if we're gonna get really freaking scientifically technical, that is the thyroid right there. So also, anything else I have to say? Yeah, there is something else I have to say here. Okay. Interesting. What I'm getting is your structure in your life is going to be fired up and amped up, and that's what's leading you to your true happiness, which is actually the truth. When you have structure or there's structure in your life, starting from the moment you wake up in the morning, you literally lead a happier life because your brain is kind of like likes to be responsible, likes to kind of like know what's happening and wants to set you up for success, right? So I feel as though the like when it comes to your health, like it's either, well, what is it exactly, 18? It's you've perfected it. I think that's what it really comes down to. And you're like standing proud and happy and you're just like, "Oh my God, this is what I've been like this is what I've been wanting to kind of like instill and also just like it's fitting, right? Like so you're going to feel like comfortable in the fact that it's fitting for you and you got it. You like aced it, right? Like you aced the how you want things to be in your life in terms of health. Is there anything else? Okay, yeah, they want me to talk about the moon. So it's interesting. The moon, I actually, when I was taking like my thumbnail picture for this, like my face is like so moon-like, right? And that's because we just had a moon like energy. Was it? I think it was, yeah, the 7th. So it was yesterday, was the new moon. And so I feel very moony in my face, you know what I'm saying? But also, I just feel like the moon that had just passed, we're all dealing with these, not dealing with them, but we're adjusting to these energies that had just kind of like come in. So again, I feel what I'm hearing is change. Like, so it brought about change. Hey, whoever signed on, I'll be right up about it because sometimes I don't look up there. So yeah, and again, I can't see the chat for some reason. I'm gonna have to, maybe I'll like pause for a second in the middle of the reading just to kind of figure it out, just to see like who collected and who like kind of wanted to, let me just put this away, who wanted to kind of participate and like in case you said anything. So I'll just like pause for a second. In the middle of there's this reading, but yeah, an exciting new opportunity, career advancement, change your life now. Also, I do feel that there are some people that are really going to take a turn for a career aspect. I mean, for a health career aspect of your life. Like, for me, I love Zumba, right? I've become a Zumba instructor, but I haven't been doing it. I know, it's like kind of crazy, but I will be doing it. So it's like kind of like something that's under my belt right now, which is like I will implement that in my life. It just hasn't happened yet. But the whole thing is, yeah, I mean, I have the Zumba instructor certification, which could mean that like you might go after something that will advance your career in a health aspect of your life, right? In the health aspect of your life, whether it be like you want to be like I was gonna say I was gonna say professional wrestler just came to me, or like you want to be like, you know, think of whatever your heart desires, right? Like what was I really gonna say though? I was really gonna say um whatever, professional, what do they call it? Whatever, it's not coming to me. Sorry, it's not happening. Um, I'm getting interesting. Like chase your dreams. Like chase what it is that your heart is desiring in terms of advancing your career. So whatever it is, I'm trying to like brainstorm here in terms of what it can be, but you know what that is for you. So I'm not gonna like go into that. And so the aspect of that's hilarious. Like God, it's so funny because when these cards come up, I'm like, how do I even explain this? But um, so don't get crazy because of the fact that this was such a good card and this is like unlikely, right? So the whole thing is, it's it's not to counteract anything. It's like this is the foundational card. But maybe, oh, that's interesting. What I'm getting is you may not even need the support to do this, actually. And that's why this unlikely card, you know, comes up because you already have the faith that is placed into it. Like you already kind of envision yourself doing this. You already made a decision and you don't need to have faith in it anymore because it's already kind of like done. It's a done deal. So, oh, that's interesting. Thanks, 18. So, yeah, and yeah, this is like your power is like just going forth and like expanding into this idea of it, and like there's nothing holding you back. Like you're shining, dude. You're shining in this health aspect of your life where you're just like, yeah, I always wanted to do this. I envisioned this for myself. I never got around to do it. I'm going to do it now. You know, like that type of thing. So you're like free to go. You're like you're feeling very abundant. Beautiful. And what I'm getting is you're going to make it your own, which is awesome. I mean, that's like what we want, right? But sometimes like we just don't know if we're going to. I mean, that's my prayer for everybody is to do, like if you're going to do something, do it your own way. Just like a Zumba instructor, for instance, like not everyone, like you can become a Zumba instructor. That doesn't mean that everybody's the same, but you're going to do it your way to bring your energy into it. And that's what's needed, right? So never like steer away from you thinking that like, you know, oh, I'm not going to do what I want to do because there's too many out there. You know what I'm saying? Of that sort. So it's like, don't worry about that aspect. It's like the aspect is help yourself get into what you are divinely being guided into and just do it. Just do it. Don't even think about it. So here's for your financial wealth. Guys, this is exciting. Thank you to the moon. Look, oh, it's a circle. So we got the wheel. But I want to tell you that it's like the circle. So again, new moon energies are bringing this stuff up. So thanks, Noel. So that's for the number 10. The wheel, Archangel Michael. It says a time of positive change. A situation suddenly moves forward. Fortune is on your side. Yay! And so this actually, I feel like from the past readings before, this has actually been coming up a lot. So I just, or maybe I just felt it. I never shared it, but I felt like this was on its way in, right? So this is like finally like you're going to be seeing things. And again, you're standing mighty and strong. Like this is like a really powerful week. Look at these two guys. You know what I'm saying? They're like, yeah, we got this. We got this. You know, we got it in the bag. So the financial wealth, ooh, this is cool. Financial wealth, faith aspect of it is going to be you're ready. Yay! You're so ready. And I think like what I'm getting is you've been freaking ready. Like you've been freaking ready for this change. So it's like, yes, we're doing it. And what I'm getting is like golden opportunity. So maybe an opportunity with finances is going to pop up that like you never even saw coming. That's actually very healing for you because I am getting like rainbows around it, and it's very healing to basically like heal one of what is it, like financial situations that you might have been like kind of maybe worried about in the back of your mind or maybe at the forefront of your mind, depending on where you like to keep your worries. May you never have worries. May they all turn into prayers. But I'm just saying, and answered prayers at that. Amen. Um, so yeah, so you just, I don't know what I was saying there, but basically, yeah, you're just ready for it. You're ready for this. What I'm getting is like you're ready for this. So again, the wheel like turns. You're ready for this new cycle of just like, just amping your life up a little bit, but also what I'm also getting with that is like I see people kind of promoting themselves at work, which is like if you work for yourself, you're going to give yourself like an upgrade in terms of pay, right? So it's just kind of like that could also be what you're feeling this or either what you're feeling this week or how you can solve like a thing that you're really wanting to express. Oh, now I see them popping up. Somebody said you're ready or I'm ready. So, oh, cool. All right. So then when you guys, cool. I don't even have to like look for it. Thank you, 18. And thank you to whoever just commented. It says GS, so I don't know who that is. But maybe again, I'll turn it around. Wait, can I turn it around now? Let's see. Yeah, you're ready. Yeah. All messages are visible. Top chat messages. I don't know if I have to like turn this around. Let me just see something. Oh, it's a oh. It was like yelling at me. It was like rotate your freaking device, man. All right, so whatever. I guess that's. I mean, I don't know, guys. I don't know what this is. Okay, whatever. I'm just gonna keep it a live chat. Yeah, you're ready. I am ready. It's so true. So am I, dudes. So am I. Dudes, and dudettes. Alright, so I tried that and nothing happened. So I do see it coming through in terms of like a cloud and then it disappears. Like a bubble and then it disappears. I don't know if it's gonna, no, it doesn't stay there. But yeah, I mean, totally just chime in terms of chat. Absolutely. Your number 3 for relationships, or sorry, your number 3 is real relationships. And yes, dude, I love it. Thank you, AT. Spot on. All right, so the number is 20. It's a renewal and Archangel Jeremiah. Awesome. Okay. So it says review and evaluate a favorable assessment of the facts. Time to move in a new direction. This is so exciting. Okay. So, and I knew it too. I was like, yo, these cards are going to talk about shifts and changes because again, I've said, like I've been getting these like 555 numbers, especially today. And I'm like, okay, excitement. And I just feel like it's so interesting. Okay. First, I'm going to just tell you what came to me before I forget. This has a lot to do with Venus in retrograde, right? So that's why it's saying review and evaluate because this is your time to take things a little slow, even though you may see what is developing, right? Like you may envision it like through your third eye to be like, okay, I actually see where this is going, but Venus retrograde makes you go a little slower and actually what I'm feeling is it's having you be okay with that slowness for a little bit, right? So, because a lot of us are just like, I mean, especially if like you're from New York like me, like I'm just like, yo, let's just do it. Let's just like get it done. But at the same time, you're just going to see that as much as you want something to come into your life, you're literally just going to slow your own roll down because you, A, might be busy doing something else, which is going to help, but B, it's like you've kind of already learned a lot from life where you're just like, okay, I don't need to fucking rush this shit anymore. Do you know what I'm saying? Like some people put a lot of pressure on themselves, like in terms of like if you're, if we're talking about romantic relationships, some people or creating families, like some people are just like so revved up and getting that shit done and out of the way and just like and basically like living for their traditional aspects of life when it comes to family. But it's like the whole thing is it's like this energy is going to have you slow down, which is like, I mean, you're going to be supported in the slowing down of it. So, which is really good because when you slow down, people actually don't realize when you slow down, you're actually very much so prone to enjoying your life more. And you're not, and it's more sweeter and it's more gentler, right? So it's kind of like some people are just like, yo, who needs it? But it's like, no, we all need it because when you're operating from an impatient aspect of your life, you're really it's sometimes hard to turn back, right, to make those changes. So it's better to just go slower and like feel out a situation and kind of like, chugga choo choo type of thing, like where it's like, okay, you're like moving and in the right direction, but you're not like speeding. You know what I'm saying? Like where you just miss everything and everything gets blown out of my mind, just saying like blown into smithereens, like that type of thing. Like it's not, it's more so like you need to just enjoy yourself. You know what I'm saying? So what was I gonna say? So yeah, a favorable, and so again, taking it slow gives you the favorable assessment of facts. Also, what Venus retrograde is helping out with. Review and evaluate. Amen to that too. Venus retrograde status. Time to move in a new direction. So, also what I get is I feel like whether you're the guy or the girl, but in my opinion, I do feel that it is the guy. A guy will be reaching out. So a masculine will be reaching out to you just because I just see that. Like she could have been standing there a long time ago and then all of a sudden this guy comes in and he's like, okay, I want to kind of complete this situation, complete this like kind of vision, you know what I'm saying, that like both people have if they're into one another. Something's very interesting too, this could also be a mentor, but also you could have you it's possible to have a relationship and have a mentor within that relationship, like both people being mentoring to one another. So it could be either or a blend. What I'm also getting strongly is if you get nervous or you don't know like who to call upon, or you're like just like I really need some extra help, call upon Archangel Jeremiah. I don't actually know too much about the archangels like off the top of my head. I always have to like research it out when it comes into play. But that's something just research about, and maybe that'll click for you. Like once you do, like you'll kind of see the signs and symbolism that he helps out with once you do call upon him. Or, obviously do the research before calling upon him just to see who the heck it is that you are calling upon, right? You always want to make sure like you're calling upon the right peeps, you know what I'm saying? Because you got to get the right help. Now this is very interesting. This is very interesting. Okay. Notice how, okay, so I just love this. So we have this card as the foundational, right? That's what we said. And then here comes the not the right time. Yeah. So as faith, this is like, I know, don't get confused. I'm going to explain this one. So this card right here is basically just telling you to slow down, just like I've mentioned here, because of the fact that things are not the right time to decide, okay? But just have faith in knowing that the right time will come, and it's very shortly. And what I'm getting is like the third week of November, because I guess so Venus retrograde goes direct, I think, the 26th, if I'm not mistaken, or the 16th, something like, maybe the 16th. I have to look it up again. So after that, give or take 3 or 4 days afterwards, that's when I would definitely then start making your decisions in the right direction, right? In the new direction and the opportunities that came up. Now, again, this doesn't have to be relationships, but we all get really excited about relationships. So it's like, let's not hold back our excitement. So I'm going to stick to this being a real romantic relationship instead of just like kind of any other relationship, because I just feel, actually, it's interesting. What I'm getting is mom. So maybe somebody's having some sort of closeness, go on with their mom this week too. So yeah, so definitely that's what I was told to mention. What else do I need to mention? Okay, nothing else is what I'm getting. All right. So moving on, and the number 4 card is business. Business. Okay. So we have the 10 of air. And it says the end of a difficult situation. Oh, yes. Embrace the change and expect things to get better now, recovering from an addiction. Oh my God, guys, this is so exciting. This is like legit excitement. Okay, so what do I have to say here? Okay, magic's definitely happening behind the scenes. Like we may all not see it, but I'm seeing this right here, like which is like a floating cloud of like lightning bugs. Like that's what I want to kind of depict it as, right? So the whole thing is it's like you don't see the light happening and the sparkles, or you may just see the sparkles actually when it comes down to certain changes. That's interesting. So like let's say like if you're in a because this is what I'm getting. If you're in a business type of setting, which is it could be like a what is it, like a conference room, right? And something's going down, you might see out of the corner of your eye a spark, like a sparkle, right? Like just in the air, because that's how angels make themselves known. And that would be a confirmation that you're doing the right thing and you're on the right track. So whenever, yeah, I totally like see somebody seeing that. And, so whenever you get that, you like literally just say thank you. And I like to do a smirk as a thank you because sometimes you can't really say thank you all the time. Like in terms of like if you're working on something like a business deal or whatever, like you're not gonna be like thank you to the air. I mean, it would be cool if you can do that if you wanted to do that, but at the same time, some people don't want to be that crazy. You know what I'm saying? So and you don't have to be that crazy all the time. You could be like a closet crazy, but the whole thing is, it's really fun when closet crazy people like come out of the woodworks, like in a good way. Because I'm not saying closet crazy in a bad way, because I can't handle that shit. That's for damn sure. What else? End of a difficult situation. That's beautiful. Let's see. Embrace the change. Okay, what I'm also feeling is that this is going to be an astonishing type of energy. So you might be very like, so you know when big love comes in, it's like sometimes we're so not used to that it just like takes your breath away, like that type of thing. That's what's going to happen this time around this week. And what's funny, like it's going to be shocking turn of events in a good way. Because what's funny is like they're showing like do you see how like in the back this is like all these like dark horses, which you know all horses are love horses, right? But the dark ones, it's like that was in your past and now you're coming and you're actually seeing the light. But look at the abundance of white horses there are. It's like so many more like white horses than you ever thought coming or ever saw coming. And so they're the light at the end of your tunnel, which is literally like such a beautiful thing because you never saw it coming at you in terms of a solution in such a great way, you know? So that's just like something to just note that that's why there's like things are happening fast, right? Because the horses are involved here, right? So and it's air, so 10 of air. Also I like to see, like it's funny that I was just talking about like sparkles being in the air, because air to me is also like angel energy, like they're in the air around you, right? So it's like 10 of angels. That's how I see the air card. And 10 is a completion, so it's like finally whatever you've been going through is like you're really, the cycle's closing the fuck out and you're just like so grateful. And what I'm getting is like maybe it's something related to like a real estate transaction, so like whether you're, well, I'm getting it for the real estate agents, but I guess it works out for everybody, right? So hey guys, oh thanks so much for stopping in, I appreciate it. So what was I gonna say? Oh, and so as the like for the feminine aspect of the business aspect of your life this upcoming week, the supportive faith card in terms of in terms of like what's supporting the masculine. And it's funny how I did it that way. I don't know, we'll maybe go into that later, because I was like wondering like why would well, whatever. I'm just like, I'm like gonna talk out loud and try to figure it out. If that's where I'm going, but I'm not. I'm gonna like finish this out and then we'll talk about it. But what was I gonna say? So the faith card that comes along with it is ask your angels. And so sometimes when we feel a little like overwhelmed in a good way or a bad way, but this is really going to be in a good way, you're going to feel like overwhelmed. Look at all this gold, guys. Like this is a heightening type of like something that you've been waiting for is what I'm hearing. Something that's really like, imagine this angel, right, coming at you. You'd be like astonished and wowed, and you're gonna and it shows up in your world, and you're like, oh, you know, like I didn't even think that could happen, like that type of thing. So it's like you're sitting here like just chilling and waiting, and like, you know, you've been praying and all this stuff, but now all of a sudden it shows up, and then you maybe freeze because you just don't know how to like handle this beautiful blessing. So when it comes down to it, the faith asks you to ask your angels for their help, because they literally will come and help you with the next step of how to handle that huge big blessing that, you know, that came your way. What was I gonna say? Anything else with these 8 cards, guys? 8 cards on November 8th. Yes! Hi, guys. Hello. Thanks for stopping in. I'm so grateful. I wonder like how this like live stream works. Like, do you have to like go, like if I don't know you, for instance, do you go on, is there like, I have to like really kind of go discover it. Is there like a live stream kind of area, and then it's like you click on whoever like looks like as if they're doing interesting stuff? I don't know. I have to figure it out, because I would totally love to check into other people like going live and like what they're doing and stuff. Like that'd be super fun. What was I gonna say? So thanks. So what was I gonna say? So yeah, so that was the reading for, you know, that finalizes okay, I'm getting to, do I pull, no, just okay. So I'm getting to pull a believing card. Hey, I'm actually not doing, thank you to whoever asked if I'm doing questions. I'm actually not doing questions. This is basically just to kind of gather, so that you can see what's coming up for this week in terms of, you know, like the feng shui aspect of your life, like the yin and the yang. So, I do this, I'm going to like try to come on here every Thursday to kind of like, you know, explain, what the highlights of what's going to be going on in our lives as a collective, in terms of both masculine and feminine energies, right? So that's basically what this is for. But thank you for asking, and if you would like a reading, you can message me on the Illuminated Muse, which is on my Facebook page. I mean, so look for the Facebook page Illuminated Muse, and then we can like talk about a one-on-one. But I appreciate you asking, because that's, you know, that's a question that definitely a lot of people have. What I'm getting is to pull a feminine card, which is talking about what to believe in. Oh, happy birthday! Very awesome. So what was I going to say? I'm going to say, okay, so what we're doing is, okay, so we're pulling a card that basically describes what to believe in, like the theme of what to believe in for this upcoming week. So this is basically going to be a general type of, I love how the chats are like this. This is cool, because it's like you don't really miss a beat. Like, this is amazing. You're very welcome. I'm very grateful for appreciative people, because it really makes the world go round so much smoother. Okay, so I'm asking the A-team, what is the highest and best believing card that you would like me to show the world? And place it at the top of this deck so that we can freaking have fun with that. Is it for my highest best good to stop shuffling the cards right here now? Alright, I gotta keep going, guys. It's crazy hot over here, dudes. So I stopped shuffling the cards right here right now. Yes! Okay, cool, cool, cool. Alright, awesome, 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 awesome. Alright, so what we're getting is a remain positive. Dude, it's so crazy because, like, I've been getting some of these cards for myself lately, and I'm just like, that's pretty nuts. So, yeah, so to whoever is celebrating a birthday out there, remain positive. Because that's, you know, and be positive on your birthday, you know what I'm saying? So this, because birthdays are exciting, so that's definitely, you know, this is a magical week to have a birthday too. So so remain positive. Is there anything else that that needs to come with this card? Woo, that feels great when I'm fanning myself with these cards. Yes, angel fans. Woo, maybe I gotta get one. So yeah, so okay. So there is like other messages coming through that I'm going to I don't know. I just like missed out on a whole bunch of commentary. Sorry, guys. Like, I just like, because my transitions are not that smooth. Like, there's actually, oh, is that what you wanted me to talk about? Ah, okay, okay, got it. So they were telling me to like stay on for a little bit longer because there was something else that was trying to stream through. And that's what I wanted to actually cover too, because I thought of it earlier, is I want to talk about transitions. And it's funny because like, I don't know how to really like transition on here all too well, like to kind of like, you know, because I when I do something, like I like to be focused, right? And so with me, you know, streaming and talking, and then I can't like do two things at once. So if I'm missing your comments, sorry, but I will try to do the best to basically honor, like, you know, to observe all of them and to get to all of them. But what it came down to, actually they want me to talk about transitions because so I may be actually very weak at transitions when it comes to like transitions going back and forth and like seeing your comments while I'm doing these readings. I'm also very weak at transitioning when it comes down to like conversations, like when I'm just like because I think I'm at the point in my life where I'm kind of just like I like to go and have like meaningful and deep conversations, like those types of conversations that are like 3:00 in the morning conversations with like everybody, because I just want to connect. Like I just want to do that, like rather than let's stay up here on the surface and talk fucking weather. Like I don't care, like I can look that shit up, you know what I'm saying? But and also it's kind of like not a time waster, right? So it's like if you're really talking to people on a deeper level, like you're actually more intrigued and interested rather than like, you know, like let's just keep it surface based, which is like to me like a little bit of bullshit, right? Big happy changes, guys. Yes. Okay, so what I want to tell you is that my huge strength is actually when it comes to life, transitioning from one thing to another in terms of just energetic. So like we're coming out of this kind of, I want to say stagnant, and it's very true, like a very no type of phase, like where I feel like we had to really we had to put our boundaries down we had to like lay down the law and the rules and you know, draw the line in the sand type of thing. Like that's the phase that we came out of, where it was hardcore, right? It was like very like a masculine type of energy where it's like, no, we got to take our power back. Like you can't be treating me like this anymore in all aspects, you know, of all of your real relationships, you know. What was I going to say? And now we're moving into this transitionary type of energy where it's more loving, it's more expansive, it's more what do I want to call it? Like it's more gentle, you know? It's like there's a reason why Venus is in retrograde. It's to slow our roll, you know? It's like, okay, now cuz now we have to kind of transition into from being this hardcore crazy, you know, I was crazy. Maybe not you guys. I was definitely crazy when it came down to like sticking to like my guns. Like if I felt something and the other person didn't understand, like I was going to do what I said anyway because of the fact that that's what I was getting. And like, and it's not that, you know, you're putting boundaries down out of like love or hate or anything like that, but it was just like some people, it takes them time to comprehend and to understand things, you know, in terms of what it means to lay down the law with yourself and like strictly. Because, you know, a lot of us, like, once we get out of like school, I feel like we're just like floating. We don't fucking like, we're like going with the flow. We don't really need people that like, you know, are assertive and like me, like are, you know, are willing to stick to their, what they say. Because a lot of the times I feel that we give up on ourselves way too easily too, like where it's like, okay, I want it to be like this, but I don't really know if it's going to turn out like this. So, you know, if this person asks me one more time, then maybe I'll just like sway and go out or something like that. Like, I don't know, that was a crazy scenario in my head, but it was one of those things where it's just like my ears, totally, thank you for the downloads. But so, you know, I'm just saying, like, not that we don't meet these people, we actually meet more assertive people at work, I feel, but outside of work, like if you're just like just hanging with friends and stuff, like people are not expecting you to stick to your guns, you know what I'm saying? But when it comes down to it, it actually makes your life happier. So what we were doing, I feel, is we're coming out of this masculine energy where we had to really lay down the law and the rules within ourselves too, to understand like this is what we need in place for our self-love so that we can be actually happier. And if anybody else comes at me in the same way, we know how to handle it because we've already regulated it once, right? So the whole thing is, it's, and this is not in a mean way. This is not in it could be in a harsh way for sure. For those people that don't, you know, get it, like it could come off harsh, but it's actually very loving because it teaches another person how to treat themselves better too. Like it gives them that open mind to be like, oh, I can do that too. You know what I'm saying? And I never even realized that I can do that. And, you know, that also it transmits the courage to do that too, because not everybody has the courage to show up like that. You know, I mean, literally I was never like that. But then after a while, it's kind of like, okay, it's like, we got to really just like, you know, treat it as is, you know what I'm saying? Ooh, success. Yeah. So, all right. So we've done our successful groundwork, foundational groundwork, where it's like, okay, we know how we function now. We know what makes us happy. We know what is no longer working. And we've already kind of corrected that, right? So that takes a lot of deep focus, like inner work to actually have gone through that and to actually, you know, adapt to that and to create that for yourself in terms of your life. So we're coming out of that and now we're transitioning into, okay, now we get to enjoy this aspect of like, okay, this is a more gentle energy, right? It's a more gentle energy. And also, what did I want to say? It's also, yeah, it's just a more gentle energy where things are now flowing, right? You have your boundaries up and you've been sticking to them for a long time. And, you know, people kind of know how you operate now and you know how you operate better too. And so now you're kind of reaping the rewards is what I meant to say. Yeah, you're reaping those rewards because it's like, that was like, it was like a struggle. It could definitely be a struggle doing that. Yeah, I'm getting be assertive, choose a new direction, which is very interesting because it's like that's what your assertiveness gave you in this past phase. It's like a new direction where you get to be more happier and you get to actually. So I just feel like also I don't know if I mentioned this, I may have, about stagnancy. Like for those of us that love change, like I love change. I love just freaking adventures and change and whatever. And this past phase, while I was like laying down the bricks, like it was work. So like I did not even like lift my head out of that work mode. I was just kind of like hustling to do that. And then now it's kind of the time where you just like lift your head up and you're just like, okay, you know, you're like ready to fucking enjoy yourself in terms of what you've built, you know, like enjoy the pleasures of life, man. It's so true. Also, what I'm getting is it's going to be a lot more fun. So you're going to be shining more because of the fact that you feel great, that all this hard work that you've put in, you're now getting rewarded. You're now seeing physical physical things come into fruition. And, so we're now basically I guess they just wanted me to just, blab a little bit about transition and how we're coming out of the phase of what we were once very much so used to. And now, what we're kind of reaping. Like, there's no other way to say it. It's like you're going to find true pleasure in all that you've, planted as seeds. You know what I'm saying? There was another thing coming through that I wanted to mention. Oh, that I wanted to mention that these cards, it's very interesting. This came to me at the beginning of the reading. These cards, when I choose for these, so I just want to reiterate this because I feel like we all are this in terms of whoever I'm attracting, but I just wanted to, kind of make sure that that whenever I do these cards might not apply to everybody, and here's why not. Okay. So my intention with these cards is to of course it's going to attract the people that are like me, or, think highly like me, have high standards like me. It's going to attract a lot of those type of people, a lot of really good people. I mean, really awesome people, like that, like ones that kind of DJ Pauly D, like when he walks into a room, it's like they light up a space. So people like that I attract, right? And it's because they're fun. They're like, they don't give a fuck. They're just like being themselves, and they're happy with themselves, So the whole thing is, when it comes down to it, and they're real. I love real people. I love it. So when it comes down to it, all I want to say is that these cards pertain to those people solely, really, because of the fact that, I don't think that you can get these types of, helpful people is what I just saw. Thank you. Yeah. To all of you that are my helpful people. But I really truly believe that you have to act a certain way in life to receive all the highest blessings, right? So when I do these cards, these cards are for the people who are willing to put the work in to be a very good person for themselves and then be a very good person to others, right? And by that, I mean, really be an awesome person to your inner child. Really be an awesome, like guardian to your inner child, so that you kind of will never forget how to act like a human being, right? Because children actually know how to really act. Like, they're so simplified that they know how to act like a human being without an issue. You know what I'm saying? They're all about kindness. Yeah, they have their tantrums and shit because they don't know how to express themselves any better than you would, I guess, if you became an adult, right? I mean, because sometimes adults fucking have tantrums too, and you're like, bro, you're mature enough to use your words now. So it's you can't be throwing tantrums like that when you're older. Even though, you're allowed, if it fucking, full moon energies or whatever, if they come along, and they hit you in a nice way, it's allowed, whatever. You can't be you can't, the whole thing is, this is for people who come correct, a lot of the time. They come correct for themselves, they come correct for others, and there's really no, they live their life pretty black and white, and the gray areas are their happy areas, where it's the gray areas are not confusing. It's just something that you relax and enjoy and learn from, and you just kind of do that. It's just one of those things. You may not know what you're going to do with it, but you kind of just sit back and have the patience and just see where it's going and then make decisions, right? So so I just want to tell you, these are high vibrational readings. So in order to connect with these cards, you really have to come from a high vibrational functioning standpoint in your life, rather than just not giving a shit about anything. You know what I'm saying? So, that's all I gotta say. It's yeah, the A team's on it. They're yes, that's exactly the truth. So, and by the way, it's so beautiful because I didn't even realize that it's a dove, but to me, it's a heart. So I just found it and it is a high vibrational reading. All of these are, because it's filled with a lot of my pure love, right? So, and inner peace, really, because that's what I'm transmitting also. In terms of just being I like how that lit up brighter than ever. Isn't that a fun party lamp? I love it. I love it. It like shines so bright. Love it. Different colors, healing, very healing. Yeah, also very healing. These excuse me, these types of videos are very healing. So it's like, so you know, it's high vibrational healing for the healing people, or the people that are high vibes and also need healing, you know. So yeah, so I think that's where I'm gonna end it. I love how that ended on that yes note. I'm just actually shuffling these cards because sometimes like it calms me down when I'm shuffling them. Like it's kind of like I can hear my heartbeat through them, you know? Like it's the like the way that I shuffle, I feel like it's a heartbeat type of rhythm. It's like boom 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 boom. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes so yeah, when I shuffle, it just calms me down, and then I can just like stream, you know? Also, I mean, it's the energy of angels, right? Right in the palm of your hands. So it's like, it's really easier to stream too with being calm and just like, you know, chilling. So yeah, so that's it, guys. That's it for the day. Thank you so much for stopping in. Oh, it's 555. It's 55 seconds. Like, that's awesome. So yeah, we're gonna stop right here. We're on basically the 51st minute now, but I just want to say thank you, and yeah, enjoy all the beautiful changes that are coming your way and our way, and just fucking revel in them, dude. Just definitely enjoy yourself. You deserve it. You've worked really hard. There's an abundance. Ooh, romance, perfect timing. What just fell out? Trust within the next few weeks, a year from now. Yeah, so it's like short term to long term, baby. Abundance again. Yes, love it. All right, bye guys. I love you so much. Enjoy the rest of your night, and we'll talk soon. Bye.